Dave and I thought we'd take a few moments and talk to you about our in-house youth program. Once again, we had a fabulous season.
It's always a lot of fun. It's the way to get us excited as coaches about wrestling season. As I tell you, there's not much more gratifying than working with those young kids. They're so excited to be out there, and they try so hard. We split ourselves up as a coaching staff amongst all the elementary schools, and seeing how each team from each school kind of comes along and has their own identity is kind of fun to watch. It really sets those kids up well, I think, for continuing on in our sport.
Oh, and it is. It's a lot of fun watching the different teams, like you said, and how they come and how they prepare. It says a little bit about each one of those coaches.
Oh, definitely.
You can see some of those coaches in those kids. I know it's a lot of fun, and it gets real competitive between the coaches as well. So, I personally, it's exciting for me because what we've done with the numbers in just the last few years is phenomenal. I mean,
yes, when you look at where we were, say, 5 years ago in our elementary program, we were lucky to have 40, 50 kids for the whole city, and here we're getting close to 200. We're on the right track, and I think it's great for the kids to be able to wrestle in their own school. Having the mats right there and the program right there right after school is good for them, good for their identity, and good for our parents too. It kind of gives them some time to catch up with where the kids are at, and so I think it was a good move on our part to move that out there, and I think that's probably going to be one of the things we're going to look back on is what brought us back to where we want to be.
Well, when we were looking at implementing an elementary program, we had tried several different things, and the numbers just were not there. And then finally, we all kind of said, well, let's go back to what made Faribault so great in years before. People that don't know about our in-house, essentially what we do is we bring wrestling mats to every school. Every elementary school has their own team. Then we split up all of our coaches, and then a number of our high school wrestlers come down, and they also act as assistant coaches, and we practice Tuesday and Thursday nights right after school. And then we have
wild and woolly dual meets on Friday nights. Man, they are a lot of fun. They pack those elementary gyms with parents. There's a standing room only, and it is loud, and wow, those kids they have a blast. It's one of those things where these kids are learning about more than just themselves out there on an individual sport, an individual mat, and individual matches, but they have that team concept is being built early.
You bet. And team, as you know, in every sport is so important. When these guys understand what it means to be part of a team, good things really happen for a program. Yep. And that's a lot of people don't realize that wrestling is one of those team sports. A lot of people look at it as an individual, and and wrestling's unique in that it does have
both aspects.
Both aspects. You're right. So we do finish with a city championship, which again is a barn burner night. What do we have to pull out? Every rack of chairs we could find to get in here in the high school gym, because there was no place to sit.
Nope, it was full.
So, a lot of fun. And then these kids, of course, go on to the club program, and Brad's going to talk a little bit about that in just a moment. But we're really happy with the program, and again, the school is allowing us to come in there and to be part of their school. We thank them, and of course all the parents, and for allowing their kids to participate in our great sport, and it's a lot of fun.
It is.
All right, we're back for another year of technique on the mat. Today I have Kevin Palacios. Kevin's a two-time captain for the Falcons. He's a senior this year. And Matt Becker is our junior captain. Two great guys. They're doing a fantastic job of leading this team, and they're going to help us out today with technique. If you remember from last year, we went over some real basics to the sport. Stand-ups, bust, single, a double, high half. I think we even went into the cradle last year. So we're just going to continue to move right through our technique that we do up here in this wrestling room. So today we're going to spend a little bit of time going over the high C. Like any move, anytime we get ready to take our shot, we got to always make sure that we're in good position. So Matt and Kevin are going to get into good wrestling position. Again, heads are down, our heads are up, butts down, our backs are straight, our hands out in front. They got a good, powerful stance here. It's tough to score in this, okay? So this is how we want to drill. So when these guys, I'm just going to have them kind of move around. You can see how they move around. They're changing levels. And when they come into contact, that's good hand fight position, okay? So we always have to remember, anytime we get into a shot, whether it be a single, a double, high C, fireman's, we always have to make sure that we're in good position. We never want to come standing straight up because then we get in some trouble. So our first motion that we're going to do, and I'll show from a couple different angles. I'm going to use Kevin here. When we go into our high C, of course, we're always going to drop down. We want to get lower than our opponent, okay? So we're dropping down. As we're dropping down, we want to make sure that we have whatever side you prefer to shoot on, you have one of your legs forward, okay? This is your penetration leg. So I'm in here, I'm dropping down. Because I'm going to shoot to my left side, Kevin's right side, my right leg is leading. This leg is going to penetrate his zone, okay? In other words, it's falling right in between his 2 feet. So I'm here, I'm changing levels, this leg is coming in. Now you'll notice that I also am leading with my head. So my head comes up, my shoulder comes in. All right, because I want to get my opponent to stand up. If my opponent comes over the top of me, he's going to end up crushing me down, and now I have a much more difficult time trying to finish my shot. So, changing levels, penetrating in. Okay, and you can see he's going back. Now, my high C, I'm going to just basically attack one side, and at the same time, I'm going to be pulling over an arm. This is my setup here. So, I'm in here, boom, I'm coming in. This hand is going to be pulling over the top as this one penetrates in here. Okay, now you can see I'm in nice and deep here. I'm snaking a leg. My head is going to be stuck to him. Okay, and now this leg is going to come around. At the same time, I'm going to cover. Boom. And what I'm doing now is creating an angle. All right? Anytime you take a shot, you're never going to finish in the direction that you take the shot. You want to change directions. All right? So, changing levels, okay? Penetrating in at the same time, and I'm going to show you this in a little bit faster speed. But this is coming through. I'm pulling right here, snake at the same time. Now I got to bring my trail leg up. And there's that angle that we're talking about. Okay? One of the things that I often tell little guys, when we come in and tie, when I pull this arm over, it's almost like you're combing your hair. Combing your hair, and then you're going to put your comb into your back pocket. Okay? I'm keeping my arm tight to my body, excuse me, so that I don't come here and he catches me and maybe throws me, dumps me or something. If I go like this, I can find myself in trouble. So when I'm throwing this arm, it's coming tight to my body. Okay? I grab, he comes out, grabs me. It's a natural reaction for a wrestler to want to grab you after you make contact. Okay? Boom. Changing levels. Right here. I'm going to penetrate and pull. Boom. Coming around. Okay? So that's kind of our step. Come on in, Matt. I'm going to have you try it a couple times. Stocks in, changes level. Boom. There we go. Again. Really important that the head comes in. Keep going. I'm going to talk through it. I'll stop you when you get into spots. Go ahead. Head glued right here. This is tight. Arm is tight to his body. Leg is coming around. At the same time, this hand's going to clasp. Now he gets that angle. We're changing direction. Okay, if you notice when he took that shot, go ahead. Shoot again. He's shooting here, coming right at me. Boom. Now he's going to finish this way. Changing directions keeps your opponent off balance. Okay? A little bit quicker. Boom. Nice job. One more time. Good job. Good. And you can see what he's doing. He's moving the head around. That's a good set. Okay? Head pounds. Little guys, really important, all right? Really important that we don't ever hang on a head. We talk about hanging on a head. When we go to a head, it's just for a second, it's just a pound. See, I push his head down, his natural reaction is to bring that head up. He brings his head up, I go underneath it. All right? Now, this guy, we want to be pushing in, so when he pushes back, if I have this outside tie, or inside tie, or outside tie, whichever you prefer, but as he pushes, I give him that good push, he pushes back. A lot of times, when I change levels, he's going to come over the top of me. Okay? Push, 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 boom. Changing. Okay? Now, come back in here, Matt. Go through everything and get into that position. Right here. As you kind of come around and collapse the hand. Perfect. Now, a lot of guys, they want to go for big points here, or a big show, I would call it. And they'll come around, they'll grab this leg, they'll pick this guy up in the air. Go ahead and pick him right up in the air. They'll come in here, they'll pick him up. This wastes a lot of energy in the sport of wrestling. Okay, we want to stay low. So watch Matt come in again. He's going to come in, he's going to stay nice and low. He's going to take little choppy steps, and he's going to run him over that leg. One more time. Comes in, stops right here. See how he transfers the hands. This hand was originally snaked here, snaked low. Now as his other hand grabs, it comes around, stays nice and low. Okay? Boom, here. As soon as this hand comes around, this hand can come out. Blocks, little steps, and down. A couple more. Beautiful, beautiful. One more. Nice job. So, recap real quick. Starts with good position. Both our wrestlers get in good position. Matt wants to be the aggressor here, so he's going to stalk in. Okay, as soon as he stalks in, Kevin reaches, he grabs him. Now Matt can get his tie. He's going to do his set, whether it's a head pop, real quick, pulls it down, steps through, comes around the ankle. Hand comes, as this hand comes up, this leg is going to step. Changing direction, driving low. High C with the traditional finish. Nice job. See you next time on the mats.